Here we are today on Hamilton Mountain at Pharmasave location on Stone Church Road. I hadn't been back here for 3 years. This floor looks as good as the day we installed it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we decided to go with this as a floor finish opposed to other options we had, and why this floor looks as good as it does today. Polished concrete floor is very much like a granite countertop, marble countertop. It's poured, and then a 12-step process is ground and polished to achieve this type of finish. We start off with a 20 grit abrasive. In this case, the customer didn't want full aggregate exposure, so we started off at a 40, giving a sandy granular look, hitting it with an 80, 150, then chemically densifying the floor. After the densifier, we came back and hit it with a 60 resin, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1500, and 3000. Then we high-speed burnished the floor to get the mirror finish like you currently see here. Customer is in love with this floor for the simple reason they don't have to wax it, they don't have to strip it, and there's really no maintaining the floor other than soap and water and a little Swifter. It's important that for this customer that he had a green floor. He was going for a green sustainable look with his image, with all his products that he sells. He's really was into sustainability, and this floor best fit the sustainability needs that he was looking for. Polished concrete is so highly polished and refined, it's a 12-step process, that the cap of this substrate is so hard, buggy, salt, sand, snow is not able to scratch the substrate. 3 years later, and it looks like this, what a dream. Because it's so hard and highly refined, you're getting the light reflectivity that you see on the floor with the lights casting, so you're able to use a lot less lighting than you typically would on a standard floor. So the main difference between this floor and the Royal Botanical Gardens that you just saw was this floor is basically ground using a 40 grit abrasive starting. The floor was power troweled to bring all the sand and the cream to the top, driving the stones to the bottom, whereas the Royal Botanical Gardens was lightly troweled and had big aggregate exposure. When we initially came into this job, this floor was already poured for us. The customer wanted the floor dyed a saddle brown. So this floor was integrally poured, and what I mean by integrally poured is when the concrete mix in the back of the truck was batching, dyed was applied to the mix. If you were to chip this concrete and you were to dye this color, you would see the lighter tone through it. If you were to chip this, however, you would see the consistent color of the brown through it. I highly recommend, if you have the ability to dye prior to pouring, go with that route. It's a little more expensive, but in the long run, you're getting a better bang for your buck.